Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your fabulous teacher on Iowa Street. Mr. G, 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 Mr. G.
Hey everybody, I'm Mr. G. Welcome to my class. If we're even live. My class. All right, one thumbs up, two thumbs down. Let's see who's in the room here. This is Jay. Thanks for the thumbs up. Hey HR, why you give me a thumbs down, bro? There's a very good chance that you gave me a thumbs down. HR 100, and I won't forget. Mr. Hollisme, is it or whatever?
Re-105 already? No. Mr. G like GX. Re-105 already? Okay. Mrs. J, the mummy, that's up like Susan.
Hey,
Mrs. J, the mummy, GX.
Hey everybody, let me just go ahead and put this up. Or I could just take it down.
Where's your supper? When are you going to have a handwriting class at MI.G line?
I don't do handwriting, alright? I haven't been good at, I wasn't good at handwriting when I was 5, and I'm not good at it now.
Detroit, Michigan, likes winning.
Hey, Detroit, thank you. Detroit's a real one, thank you for the like too.
Mrs. J, the mummy, my husband has been saying that he thinks this is a gentleman, Pelosi ends up being president for a time. I won't give away how I'll let a teacher teach. Winking, thanks. Dave London, Mr. G, I missed you.
Hey, Dave London, well, I hope you guys, I'm gonna try to, okay, let's just take this down, huh? Or we'll just, I won't take it down. But since it's already like, I don't think I should take it down, it's already like hanging like that. I'm gonna try to just put a couple, just give it one more chance to put up the thing. I'm getting a huge map here that's gonna cover this whole wall. It'll be here tomorrow for tomorrow's class. So I don't want to use any more tape or anything because I'm taking this down. But let's see if we can get it to stay.
Jordan Mays, hello, Mr. G.
Hey, Jordan Mays. Aloha. We'll see if we can just get this to stay up just for this class period. Because like I said, I'm getting a new large-scale map.
Streamer, that's up donate to Mr. G with text speech. That's up page to TTS /streamer.com/streamer/9//.
I did get a new easel. I don't think that's chocolate.
Already. What are we learning today?
We're learning about Nancy Pelosi and how she might become president. Which the media isn't talking about for some reason.
Jordan Mays, smash it like everyone.
But in the event of a disputed election, which looks like where we're headed, right guys? Where the United States is headed, I should say. Jordan Mays is in Australia. If there's a disputed election, then the presidency, goes to the third in line. Nancy Pelosi. Just like it's...
Lita, hi, I'm JJ and Pat.
Hey, Lita, aloha. Good to see you guys. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Mrs. J, Lita. Lita, I have a letter for you I'm meaning to send.
Mrs. J, the mummy. Hi there, Lita. Good to see you. Hey, London, Nancy is the devil.
I have a letter for you, Lita. It'll be in the mail tomorrow. Okay. Give it one more chance. If it falls again, I'm just going to leave it.
Oh, I hope she doesn't.
Okay.
Liter L, HIMRS, Mrs. J. Dick Albert, 196, Pelosi Cooper. Mrs. J, below me, Mr. G, how was your bum?
How was my bum? Oh, my thumb. Huh. My thumb is it's better. It doesn't hurt as much. I took the weekend off, you know, and I just took it easy, and you know, rested, and you know, watched a lot of old World War II footage, and I did what, you know, your advice was, Mrs. J, was to soak it in hot water, and Cody had some good advice on draining the pus. So that was very good.
Mrs. J, below me, Lord OMG.
I just need a piece of tape.
38,804, Pelosi's politics smell like her driveway. Liter L, yes, HOH, HORU.
Hold up, 1 second.
Tim Thomas, Clock. Wired Entertainment. I am curious on Pelosi possibly becoming president. How does that work? Stream elements. He can send Mr. G or his cats letters and packages. Food box 37,300 Hawaii 96837.
So I'll just leave it. Like I said, I'm getting a big wall. You know, I would go live more. Like, I don't want to mention them, but it's just so weird. Like, right when I go live, they go right outside and they look, oh, like, look there, like, it's, oh my god. Like, half the viewers are the neighbors. Anyways, all right, we're gonna do the. I'm not even gonna mention them at all. It's just so pathetic. They are. I'm not gonna mention them at all, even though I just did. But I'm not going to. It's just so fucking weird. But having class back here is way better because, you know, we can't hear them as much. Oh, but here's one thing too. Management or whoever. Look, I have the car. I have the. I'll just say one thing. I have the Trump card. I have the Trump card because I have on video one of the neighbors yelling a homophobic slur at my door twice now. I have that on video. So if I wanted to, I could sue like crazy, but I'm not going to do that. I just want them to shut the fuck up and leave me alone. Okay, you're right. We're just going to take the roll. Welcome, Tech One.
Mrs. J, the money. Yes, the neighbors need the education you are offering.
Well, yeah, I mean, they can't afford me, and they're not. That's funny, Dad. That's funny, Mrs. J. But they're not. They're laughing at the thing falling. That's their education. It's weird. Hey, you know what's weird though? Look, I've been working all day. Like, if you guys, I bring it up to you a lot. The shitty ass neighbors too. I work from home. I do stuff online. And I've been working really hard today and everything. And occasionally, like, I'll look on the cameras or something and see what they're doing. Look, all right, you're right. I'm not even going to talk about it. Let's just take roll. I'm sorry, I'm a little freaking out. Oh, okay, that's good. I have a letter for you too, Lita. Hey, Super Roofer. Okay, let's just ignore the haters who live downstairs and yell homophobic slurs at my door. And we're going to do the roll. Nessa, are you here today? Nessa? Nessa's not here. Sean Ryder? No. Big Block? Big Block? Big Block's been a little upset. Sorry, Big Block. I'm doing what I'm fucking doing. I'm finishing my second book. I'm trying to survive. This world is crazy hard. Hey, If anybody's mad at me, guess what? This world is full of mean, horrible, evil people, and I'm not one of them. And you can bet your bottom dollar on that. I won't ever hurt you or lie to you or steal to you or do anything like that. I may be an asshole, but I won't do anything like that. So Big Block, if you're upset with me, I'm sorry. I can't please everyone every time, but I work hard and I'm a very good person. And Big Block, guess what, Big Block? Guess what, Big Block? If somebody ever tried to hurt you, I don't know what you look like or who you are or anything, but I swear to God, if somebody tried to hurt you, I would jump in front of the bullet. All right? And I can say that just about every innocent person. So, like, I can do my best. So, but nobody has any right to get mad at me because I fucking am an honest person. And, like, I think about, like, how much I'm doing for the outside CATs. And it's like, I'm not doing it to look good. I'm not doing it to be like, hey, look how much of a good person. Look how much virtue signaling I am. No, I'm doing it because I love cats. I'm doing it because those guys from the CATs outside are my friends. That's what the shitties around here don't understand. They're like, huh? Why is he feeding the cats? Oh, he's trying to be cool? Huh? I don't get it. It's because I'm not trying to impress you, immigrant. It's because I'm friends with those cats and not you, buddy. If you fucking something happened to you, I wouldn't notice. Something on the cats, I would notice. Because I care about them, the cats. They're my friends. And that's that. And I don't give a fuck. Because guess what? I take bullets for innocent people. And not many people can say that. Okay, continuing with roll. Master Dan. Master Dan, are you here? No. Mrs. J. Mrs. J here?
Mrs. J, good morning. TTS Grinning Cat.
Okay, thanks. Uncle Meat. Uncle Meat.
Very true.
Uncle Meat. No Uncle Meat? Okay. Lita? Lita's here?
Muzza, good morning, Mr. G.
Good morning, Muzza.
Cat face, we are.
Maze, Jordan, Muzza, and Wyatt are here. I get you three mixed up. You guys are like the three Australians, even though you're not. And Chris Jackson. But even I know you're not all Australian. Alright, Thorax God. Thorax God. Cody. Cody, I heard you come in, right? Bella Smiles. Bella Smiles. Shoshan, are you here today, Shoshan?
Thanks, the storage case. Chicken 2,758. Hey, you.
New Jersey SKF. New Jersey SKF. Pebs. Pebster's here. Welcome, Pebs. Hope you had a good day at work and everything. I know you work hard. We're going to have a really fun class today. Cody, welcome. Mindy Jewel.
Mrs. J, good morning. Hi there, Muzza.
Mindy Jewel. No. Jimmy.
Wyatt Entertainment. I know Australia, they like Canadians.
JT.
Dope Boy Magic, over here.
Dope Boy Magic. I haven't got your name yet, Dope Boy, but thank you for letting me know. Jamie 54. Jamie 54? No. Susie Rotten Crotch. Susie Rotten Crotch. Susie Rotten Crotch. Susie Rotten Crotch. Hey, Uncle Meat, I called your name earlier. Welcome. I called your name earlier, Uncle Meat. I'm marking you as present. Muzza? Muzza's here. Hello, Muzza, Mike. Tatted Up Man. How did he get on the roll? Tatted Up Man? He hasn't been here. Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan. Detroit's here. Welcome, Detroit. Hope you're doing good. Lieutenant Monkey. Lieutenant Monkey. Nope. Maze Jordan. Maze Jordan is here. Welcome, Maze. Aloha, mate. Big Jim's wifey. Big Jim's wifey. Nope. Wyatt. Wyatt. I know you're here. It seems like you have two tardies. Or I actually have you marked absent twice, Wyatt, but I know you were here. So, break the cycle. Break the cycle. No.
Detroit, Michigan. Yeah.
XFS. Hello, Detroit. XFS. No XFS. Huh. Cletus. Welcome, Cletus. Did you hear JR's been on the horizon? He might be coming on the stream later in the week, but not today, Cletus. But thank you for coming. Tech One. Aloha. Thank you for coming, Tech One. How are you today? Kramer. Kramer? No? No, Michael Richards. Dabzilla. Did I hear Dab come in? I think I did, didn't I? Dave London? Dave's here.
What the hell in here?
Dave London has almost perfect attendance. Congratulations, Dave. Aquarius. Aquarius, are you here today? Red heart, purple heart, blue heart? No Aquarius? What about Little Bat? They let
What entertainment? I am here sometimes without saying anything.
They let you out of juvie, Little Bat?
Super_Roofer, great idea.
Super Roofer, I haven't got to your name yet.
Mother, smiling face.
Little Bat. No Little Bat? Okay.
Bespoke, nice face tattoo, row.
Peaceful Pyro. Peaceful Pyro?
Tech 1 presents. Mrs. J. Maloney, watchers, if you are not on the roll, speak up now to be added to the roll call.
Yes, like Mrs. J said, if you don't hear your name called, see me after class or send me a direct message so I can add you into the roll so you can get credit for being here. Okay.
I know I skip class sometimes, but I'm here.
Hey, tatted up man, welcome. I know you're kind of a smart ass, but that's okay. Okay, Crazy Mofo Killer? Crazy Mofo Killer. Nope. Okay, where was I?
Nessa_Runner, hello.
Hey, Nessa, welcome. Aloha, Nessa. You're a little late, but you're here. You almost have perfect attendance, too. Let's see, where was I? Super Roofer. Super Roofer, I heard you come in, right? I know you have a day job, so, you know, night school is a little,
Nessa, hot.
is a little
Mrs. J.
tough.
Maloney, I know Nessa_Runner.
But welcome.
Super_Roofer, hey Nessa.
Cat Avalanche? Is Cat Avalanche here?
3 moments. You can send Mr. G all his cats, letters, and packages.
No?
PO Box
Samantha
37,500
Sweetheart.
Hawaii, 96837.
No Samantha Sweetheart?
Johnny Bigfoot, Public Illos, Business Job Studies 101.
Flowers in her hair? Flowers in her hair. No. Brogan Lovett? Brogan Lovett, man.
Friday, present.
No. Oh,
Live
present.
Entertainment. This is Politics 101.
Easy Funshine. Easy Funshine. No. Chris Jackson? No. Death Valley Debbie? No. Cloud Gangsta?
Mother, Paymans.
No.
Jenny Googles, this is hilarious.
Oh, Namanubana? I'm sorry if my pronunciation is.
Jimmy 54, hello Mr. G.
Hey, Jimmy
Nessa
54.
Runner, Green Heart.
Welcome. I'll mark you as present.
Tech 1, Flowers.
And you get 1 tardy. But that's okay. You can have up to as many tardies as you like. Kirtland Kramer. Kirtland Kramer? No? Okay, and last and certainly not least,
38,804.
Nick.
One what? Screen name, the neighbors are on here.
Last name Goo? I can't really know what this is. Okay, so thanks everybody.
Mrs. J. Maloney, your carrot.
Like I said, if I didn't call your name out, see me after class or send me a direct message and we will put you on the roll so you know you can get credit for being here. Okay? Okay guys. Find my pointer here. I don't know where my pointer is. I got this this pointer. This is Britain gave me this. But it doesn't really, I don't think it, let's see. Okay. Okay, does everybody see what this is right here? Who can tell me who this is? What does this represent?
38,804, Lauren Hill, Lauren Hill, no Lauren Hill.
What does this represent?
Buckle meat, is smoking allowed today or too many SJWs present?
I kind of needed a little, maybe. Just we'll see. Okay, let me find my pointer. God, I am fucking unorganized. Sorry for the cursing in class.
Text, Mando.
Say it, sign. Okay.
Johnny Bigfoot, Public Mando, food.
Okay. Poop.
Wild entertainment, food.
Now, what does this have to do with this?
38,804, Pelosi Smack Scott. Jake Googles, that's
Who is this? Who is this?
Patsy. Cletus Van Gamma, shit.
Who is
Wild
this?
entertainment, shitter.
Who is this?
Ripper, looks like Mando's poop. It's Mando poop.
Mondo's poop. Right.
Nessa_Runner, Rick's poop.
Well, you know, with all due respect to Mondo's defecation and bowel movement, which as I saw from the video was a very healthy bowel movement. Mando is actually in pretty good health. the best determination of your health is fecal matter. Is fecal matter. You want to check your fecal matter. I know health is on Friday, but just a quick tip is every time you make a bowel movement, you know, don't be afraid of it. You know, look at it. See what it looks like. Is it in solid form? Is it liquid? Is it runny? What color is it? Get a good whiff. What does it smell like? You got a stick? Maybe stir it around. You know, analyze it. You know, get it in your hand. You know, nobody can see you. You know. You know. And it's the best. Seriously, it's the best determination on how healthy you are. Like I said on Thursday on our health class, I've totally switched my diet. I've been eating a lot healthier with Brussels sprouts, broccoli, spinach, all that good stuff. And my bowel movements are incredibly way better. They're solid. A lot of times they're green. You know, which is understandable because I'm eating a lot of green products. But they're big logs, you know. And I don't remember pooping so well since I was a teenager or in my early 20s, you know. And that's what happens when you have you know, I'm eating well now. When you're in your 20s, you can eat whatever you want and still poop great. But now that I'm eating healthy, my poops are solid, large, regular. But anyways.
Word entertainment, group 101. Local meat, good story bro. Lesser_Ramo, spaghetti. Cody 8804, British girl probably gave birth to a black baby house kids. Planes Hope, Luke Tamus. Nightbot, subscribe to Britain's World, https://www.youtube.com/channel/subscribe.
So, I know that was off topic there. Okay, so as far as back to Pelosi and Pelosi poop, I was talking about Pelosi pooping well before Mondo dropped a fucking load on her driveway. I mean, I'm not saying I gave him the idea, but if you guys look at my Twitter feed from just approximately less than a week ago, right? If you look at my Twitter feed less than a week ago, maybe Mrs. J or can put my Twitter link in the chat. But just less than a week ago, I tweeted about Nancy Pelosi, and guess what? I wasn't tweeting about Nancy Pelosi and the House of Representatives. I wasn't tweeting about Nancy Pelosi and battling it against Trump. I was tweeting about Nancy Pelosi making a bowel movement. Yes, that's what I was tweeting about. Less than a week ago, I said, I'm picturing Nancy Pelosi making a bowel movement. I picture her standing over it. I picture her smelling it. I picture her stirring it with her pointy, red-nailed finger. And Mondo used to attack me on Twitter all the time. It got to the point where I had to block him. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying I gave him the idea, and who wants to take credit for giving him the idea to poop on a, you know, on the highest ranking Democratic official's driveway? I mean, I don't suggest that openly to people. However, knowing that you know, he reads my Twitter, I mean, I maybe like planted the seed that he's like, I'm gonna go poop in the driveway. Okay, anyways. So just for, I was talking about Nancy Pelosi and pooping long before anybody pooped on the driveway, okay? Okay, just for future reference. Okay, once again, we go live every day at 3 o'clock.
Easy Funshine, hi Mr.G, sorry I'm late to stream.
Easy Funshine, look who decided to join us. Now let me go over here and get the roll. Because Easy Funshine decided to come to... No, I'm just kidding. Welcome. This isn't an official role. This is just for my benefit, you know, to see who shows up and who doesn't. Welcome, Easy Funshine. You're always welcome here. Aloha. All right. So, class. So we're not just going to be talking about poop all class, okay? Or Pelosi's poop, for that matter. We're going to be talking about the three branches of the government and how Pelosi could become president. Now, Pelosi becoming president, you know, there's really not that much to say there. Everybody knows how close this election is, and everybody knows that Pelosi hates Trump, and everybody knows that it's going to be contested, right? So the fact of the matter is, if something, God forbid, something happens to Donald Trump, or God forbid something happens to Mike Pence, third in line, Mrs. Pelosi. Does she have cocaine in her nose? Anyways, the fact of the matter is, if there's a contested election, there's a damn good chance that Pelosi will be president until the Congress decides who is president. And that's what basically essentially happened in 2000 with Al Gore and George W. Bush. So, with that being said, today's lesson we're going to be going over the three branches of the government and how that relates to this upcoming election and the possibility of Pelosi becoming president. Okay. So we have a little fun there to start off, you know, with the poopies and everything. And now we're going to do some learning. So who can tell me what the three branches of the government are? Number one. Anybody? Name one of the branches, guys. I'll start. First one is the legislative.
I saw Jimmy a video about cuisine. 3 moments. You can send Mr.G all his cats, letters, and packages. PO Box 37,305 Honolulu, Hawaii, 96837.
I got this chalk marker too, so it's easier for me to write now because I'm like allergic to chalk. So now I don't have to touch the chalk. But it's still hard as fuck to get it in here. Anyways, the first branch is the legislative.
Sorry.
And they make the laws.
Judicial.
We'll get to that.
Executive, legislative, judicial.
Yep.
Mr. Can I go to the bathroom?
Sure, take the pass. Okay, so the legislative branch is made up of two parts. The Senate and the House of Representatives. I'll just put House. The Senate and the House, all right? Both of these combined make up Congress.
3 moments. Thumbs up, donate to Mr.G with text to speech.
And the Congress make the laws. All right. So there's two more branches of the government. We'll go with executive. We'll do that one next. Number 2, executive.
My God, send packages and nice things to Mr. G to PO Box 37,305 Honolulu, Hawaii, 96837. Mrs. G is on my page, facing up less than 4 parts off.
So who can tell me what the executive branch is besides anybody? So we have the legislative and the executive. And I go live every day at 3 o'clock Hawaii Standard Time.
Mitchell, your fantasy is never going to happen. Carrock's beach, asterisk goes to bathroom and smokes.
All right.
Butter, cigarette. 38,804, commands at Twitter, follow Mr. G's Twitter feed at https://twitter.com/twitter.rerun. Creator, Sam Gamma, Trump. Nightbot, at 38,804 to the command Twitter has been added successfully. 3 moments, at 38,804, you can find a list of all commands here at https://3moments.com/override/go.
The executive branch, that consists of the presidency and also governors. See, this is really good for me because the chalk is so small, and I have, unlike some of the haters in the chat, I have huge hands to match my big ass dick. So I like this type of chalk holder, so because it's really hard for my big ass hands to hold a little tiny piece of chalk. Okay, so the executive branch, I didn't mean to say that, but I just wanted to flex on a hater. But anyways, the executive branch consists of the presidency and also governors. I'll turn the free TTS back on.
Fine, they execute, sir. Come on, judicial branch.
Hey, I welcome all you guys here, especially all you mods.
Mr. G, sorry, nice shirt.
Hey.
Shirt.
Thanks.
My God, follow Mr. G's Twitter feed at HTTPS.
We've been doing these teaching streams for a couple weeks now, and the vibe is really good. You can tell I really have something here, and the same reason that like a lot of students would always say like, Mr. G, you're the best teacher I've ever had. Mr. G, thank you for doing what you do. Mr. G. It's just like, you know, if you look at any self-help guru or any of those Amazon make rich quick things, the one thing that they always promote is like, if you want to make money, you have to have a service to provide. You provide a service, and then people will either pay you with their time or money for that service. So a lot of haters might be shaking right now, but guess what I'm doing? I'm providing a service. So instead of a streamer, which I'm not even going to name, because if you've noticed, I don't name other streamers. I don't mention them. They're basically garbage to me. But instead of like streaming for like 9 hours straight of eating a bowl of cereal, send me money. Send me money. I'm eating a bowl of cereal. Send me money. Let me look at my phone or watch TV. No. Instead, since like I really like to work hard and do things for people, why not just provide a service? What's something that I'm good at? Teaching, explaining things. What's something that I have a lot of experience in? Teaching. What's something that I'm really well educated in? Teaching. And being just generally well educated. So unlike other streamers that are just got like a bunch of pimples on their face or they just look like so fucking nasty, unlike those guys that don't have any education, they've never read a book, I actually have something to provide. You know, you could watch them eat a bowl of cereal. Or, you know, for 8 hours, because they'll go like 8-10 hours of eating a bowl of cereal or watching TV. Or you can come with me every day at 3 o'clock Hawaii time, and we can do a quick 2-hour class where you actually will learn something, we'll have fun, and it's a really good thing. And I can already tell this is working. I can already tell this is a damn good idea. And guess what? The haters, they're not even trying. Like you remember the driving streams, how many thumbs down we got then? Not really getting those with these teaching streams. So I ask all the mods here, while I'm doing this, I can't be going back and forth. Like right now, this Dallas dude, he should be banned. He should be expelled right away. He suggested that I've been to prison. Well, maybe that's a funny joke, and maybe I was a little harsh there, but I'm using him as an example. If somebody comes in here and says something really hateful or really anti-me, let's just ban them. Ban them right away. Ask questions later. You know why? Because there's a demand for online teaching. There's a demand for distance learning. I'll say his name for the first time in months. We don't need Ice Poseidon and his 200 fucking viewers. We don't need him at all. We don't need Ice Poseidon. He's never read a book in his life. That guy can barely read himself. He's a fucking moron. Like what? He's as replaceable as a 7-Eleven employee. We don't need any of them. We can grow on our own. I had my own YouTube channel with millions of views before Pedo Poseidon ever came to Hawaii and took down my channel. And Pedo Poseidon, we don't need him at all. He's nothing. He's garbage. I'm up here, he's down there as far as skills and what we have to offer. That motherfucker's got nothing to offer, dude. See, I'm going to do this every day, Monday through Friday. I'm going to be teaching this class, and you guys are all welcome to join me, moderators in particular. But the thing is, I do have something to offer, and that piece of shit has nothing to offer. That piece of shit pisses sitting down. That's what kind of man Ice Poseidon is. But get this, you guys ever seen a clip of him? He like trespassed into a college campus or whatever, and then he went into a college classroom. Like see, this is what happened. I was teaching at McKinley High School here in Hawaii, and I made a couple of those videos, right? And his ego got so hurt. What he did, him and Pedo Andy and Pedo Pepper and a couple of those fucking losers, they trespassed onto like UCLA or something, and they went, or to a community college, and they went into an empty classroom. Because I was making like these videos with my classes, and they were funny, right? And people were enjoying them, right? And so Piss Boy, Pedo Poseidon, he couldn't handle that. So what did he do? He went into a classroom on some random college campus. He walked into an empty classroom, and he's like, I'm on YouTube, because on Twitch you can't say the N-word, and then he says the N-word. And he's like, you can't say the F-word, and then he says the F-word, because that's his talent. That's his skill. Getting people doxxed, fucking people's lives over, and saying the N-word and the F-word. How's that working out for you, huh? Piss Boy? Remember that interview you did when you talked about how you pissed sitting down? Yikes. That's not going to end well good for you, dude. Hey, but I just want to point that out. It is, Nessa, it is. But look, I haven't mentioned that guy's name in months, but I just wanted to mention him right now, just for the fuck of it. Just because I got something here, and that motherfucker doesn't. Alright, I'm gonna get some water, and you guys are gonna join me too. Actually, you guys are gonna wait here.
3 moments. You can send Mr.G all his hats, letters, and packages. PO Box 37,305 Honolulu, Hawaii, 96837. Super_Ripper, Linda Schaefer. Thanks, attention, Vanessa. Cookie pie, our time. He said, sunshine, let's it out, Mr. G, we got yarn. Lesser_Ripper, Ruth. Gorilla Water, LUL.
And to those of you that wish to behave and misbehave,
Uncle Pete, I know camera work.
and to those of you that wish to misbehave,
Mr. G. Should be 2,758, so tense. He needs it on grid, PPP.
what I do,
Today I learned a teacher has 3 pounds they do. Yes, but the animals stress.
what I do is I teach this class Monday through Friday for about an hour to 2 hours, and then when I'm done, I'll generally, not always, but I'll generally re-watch the stream, and I'll look at the chat too. So any misbehavior that I miss, I will see you later, and I keep a file too. And I'm fucking crazy, man. I don't let shit go. I don't. There's people that fucking did something wrong to somebody 20 years ago. Look, let's not even go there. But look, dude, I'm not the one you want to mess with, man. Seriously, dude. Like, I'm speaking outside myself right now. I'm doing you a favor. Any haters out there that try to, like, give me, like, yo, to the person that called me at 4:30 a.m. today, bro, I have your number, your name, your address, your Facebook. I'm creating a file on you, dude. Don't call me at 4:30 a.m., bro. I'm trying to give you some pointers here, man. You're dealing with a fucking crazy person. I don't let shit go. I hold grudges.
Uncle Nate, let's get back to teaching.
Okay, you're right. So, this legislative branch, the executive branch. Oh shit, one thing. Let me turn on the donations.
Peter, stand up. You made a list.
Don't try me, please. I hear one of the neighbors banging. Whoever I'm talking about, it has nothing to do with you. Like, I have nothing to do with anybody. You guys need to understand that.
3 moments. Thumbs up donates to Mr.G with text to speech. Thumbs up page https://3moments.com/3moments/live.
All right, the third branch of the government: legislation, legislative, executive, and judicial. I didn't smoke my weed before class, if you guys didn't notice. Wait, what was that?
Meet you out. Thursday birthday.
Yep, Thursday is my birthday. 9/24/79. Lita sent me a donation, bro. What are you worried about my donations for? Adam Bomb? What a name. Adam Bomb's mad because he doesn't get donations.
Like everyone.
Somebody donate and piss off Adam Bomb. You'll make him cry. So the thing is, like, I put a lot of work into this, like preparing the lecture.
I sent you something, Mr. G. Almost in goodies.
Hey, Bella.
What entertainment? I hope my car ISNT outward and Hurricane Teddy will be hitting me on Thursday.
Cool, awesome, Bella.
He said, Sunshine, I kind of think you didn't have me today, not it's okay, Mr. G.
Thank you so much. Bella sent me a donation, Adam Bomb. Thank you so much for being the kitties. I do take care of kitties, that's my thing. I'm up to about 20 or something. So the executive, welcome to the class today too, Bella. Legislative. I have this room airtight, like I put foam everywhere. Hey, Super Roofer. It's just one family is obsessed with me. This one family that has 5 people, they don't speak a word of English. It's fucking weird. And they're banging me down there. But the thing is, everybody in the apartment's hearing them banging, you know?
Super_Roofer super chatted $5, donated in Adam Bomb's honor.
Thank you, Super Roofer, a real one. See, I don't even think about donations. That's why I didn't even have donations on until somebody said something in the chat, you know? It's like, what the fuck? All right, so the executive.
What entertainment? I hear running. Creatures Sangama with Filipinos.
The executive, the legislative. Hey, Kiana. Oh, you're such a good boy. I'm sorry I yelled at you sometimes. Lita, you're a good person. I really appreciate when I yelled at Kiana last week during Friday's class, and you were like, don't yell at him. And he appreciates that because he loves me so much, and like, he hates it when I yell at him.
Uncle Pete's funny as it says right away.
Because he adores me so much. And I adore him too. But he hates when he yells at me, and I'm like, don't yell, don't yell, blah, blah. He always goes like this. He always goes, wow. Like without his claws, he'll just say, I don't want to hurt you, but get your hand. You know? It's okay, I'm sorry, I love you so much. See, I love my cats, and I love good people, but there's bad people in the world, and there's evil people in the world that hurt people. And they're bad, and you need to have firearms. And the reason you trust women more than men is statistics. All right, back to the objective. Okay, executive, legislative. What's the third one? Executive, legislative, and... Hey, Easy Funshine. Well, I'll add you to legislative and judicial. So we have flowers in her hair and Easy Funshine. Everybody's here. Welcome. All of the real ones, the old school G's.
What entertainment? Hi.
Thank you guys. Okay, who can give me an example of each?
Uncle Pete's Pollock.
We want 2 examples for executive, legislative, and judicial.
Statistics. Lesser_Runner. Imagine hating on Mr. G mods. We 105 already, so much haters today.
Good job. Thanks for. I didn't even see what it was, but thank you. I don't even need to, huh? Thank you guys, mods. Thank you, mods. You're doing a great job. Okay, so I'll start off. Executive. Obviously, the first one is the president.
Tech 1, new self, Mr. G wrong.
All right, and another one would be governors. So there's only one president, there's only one commander in chief, but then there's 50 governors. So the legislative is Congress.
I don't understand the question.
Well, all right, so there's three branches of the government, Cletus: executive, legislative, and judicial. So, president is governors, two examples, executive. Legislative would be the House of Representatives and the Senate. And that goes for the state, each state House of Representative and each state Senate, because each state has their own Congress, right? So there's a federal Congress and a state Congress, right? And then this Congress is made up of the House of Representatives and the Senate. They're both Congress.
Super underscore Rupert, as I got my root patches out today.
And Congress makes up as the legislative branch. What's that, Super Rupert?
Like that. Stream elements, you can send Mr. G all his cats, letters and packages. PO Box 37,305 Honolulu, Hawaii, 96837.
No, they don't necessarily go in order like that.
Supreme Court.
If they would, right, judicial example would be Supreme Court. They don't go in order about that. As far as the most power goes, legislative is the most power, executive is the second most power,
I can't learn with these pads on.
and the judicial has the least amount of power. The judicial makes up of the Supreme Court as well as federal courts, which is like federal judges and federal crimes and stuff. So, what makes the United States government the best form of government and something landmark that changed the whole world is because of its checks and balances. Well, checks and balances and checks and balances is the most important.
Tech 1, library, move code.
And the separation of power, which goes with checks and balances, but that's checks and balances, and on this right side, I'll write the separation of power.
Constitutional Republic.
Keanu, don't do that. No. You can't use this as a scratch pad right now. So, the United States government is as prestige as it is because of the three branches of government: the executive, the legislative, and the judicial, plus the separation of power and the checks and balances. I think Easy Funshine asked if this was the order of how powerful they are. That's not necessarily the case. Most people would say that the legislative branch has the most power because they're the ones that actually enact the laws. Okay? Now, as far as checks and balances goes, they have different levels of checks and balances. So the first checks and balance, when a law comes about, and it's like that old Schoolhouse Rock, how does a bill become a law, right? So the bill goes to either the House or the Senate first, and the first checks and balance is the same bill needs to be passed by the House and it needs to be passed by the Senate, which are both parts of Congress. So like currently, the Democrats are, have the majority in the House of Representatives right now in 2020. And the Republicans are in control of the Senate. So that keeps it at checks and balances. Sometimes the Democrats have control of the House and the Senate. Sometimes the Republicans have control of the House and the Senate. And then the executive. So the executive with the president, he has veto powers. So veto is another checks and balances. Right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to erase.
Sunshine. I love that song, musical note.
Yeah, so we'll play that song in a minute here. So I'm going to just make a list of checks and balances, right?
Peter, stand down now. 600 rounds.
So everybody has this executive, legislative, and judicial. I'm going to erase the examples, and then we're going to write checks and balances of each one. You know, I told myself today before the class started, I'm like, no matter what happens, just don't get upset and get all close up to the camera and start going off about how smart you are. Now this is such a great idea, this and that. I told myself that, but I was not successful there, huh? Well, not to say that this isn't successful. This class has been successful, but as far as me now cursing at a particular hater in the chat, that part wasn't successful. But as far as explaining the judicial, legislative, and executive branch, that part is going rather well.
Yes, please.
And as far as classroom attendance, that's going very well as well. Easy Funshine is here. Flowers in her hair is here. Lisa is here. Nessa is here. Mrs. J is here. Cletus is here. A lot of people are here that aren't normally here. You know? So, I mean, Bella is here. Bella says donated or on the super roofer. You know, a lot of people.
3 elements. Thumbs up donates to Mr.G with text to speech. Thumbs up page https://3elements.com/logo/.
Dave London is here. He asked what I wanted for my birthday last week, which made me feel like he might give me something. Alright. So checks and balances. 1.
305 already. So where is so much by now?
Executive.
He said, Sunshine, I need to learn this stuff.
Well, I'm not. Who said I'm worrying? I wasn't worrying. That's the incorrect adjective, bub. I wasn't worrying at all. I was fucking proclaiming, bitch. I mean, I don't mean to call you a bitch, but seriously, bro, I wasn't worrying. I was just letting you know how things is. And I said is on purpose, even though the correct pronunciation is R. I was talking with a little urban flavor. But I wasn't worrying. Anyways, I sounded like an asshole again. And it's never good for the teacher to be an asshole. And that was a problem that I had. Sometimes I would just be an asshole. But not like intentionally. Anyways, okay, executive. The president. We're talking about checks and balances. So the president has the most checks and balances because he's the commander-in-chief. Even though that is kind of a name, but he's the one in charge.
Bella smiled, super chatted $5.
Hey, Bella, thank you. Thanks, Bella. So, the president has the most power in name. However, as far as checks and balances goes, the legislative branch, Congress, they can enact any law they want. And they can vote on it too, but the president always has veto power. You know what the president also has? Well, he nominates. Well, he nominates Supreme Court justices. So for the judicial, that's not really a checks and balance, though. It's just a way that the president's connected with the judicial. It's because the president also nominates federal judges too. A lot of people don't know that. So, I mean, that's a big task too, because there's a lot of federal judges and they're all nominated by Donald Trump. So, or whoever the president is at the time. So, the president, as far as checks and balances goes, he has the veto power, so Congress can enact any bill they want, and the president... President can veto anything by Congress, but also as far as the judicial branch, the president nominates Supreme Court judges and federal judges. Now, I'm going to ask a question, anybody in the class. How does the president from the executive branch use checks and balances against the judicial branch? Judicial is the judges. So let's say somebody commits a crime, a federal crime, and they're sentenced. Okay, let's talk about Ross, my good friend from Texas. Hashtag free Ross. I'll put it up here. I'll put it where Nancy Pelosi goes. There, you're moving Pelosi. This will be a good example because I'll be able to mention free Ross.
Mrs. J, good morning. Oh, yes, sunshine, your true sweetheart. It is good to see you, sweet friend. Blue heart, purple heart, green heart. Words entertainment, hash free Ross. He said sunshine. Yes, give examples, please.
Everybody's happy. Easy Funshine's here, Bella's here, Mrs. J's here, Nessa's here. It's a good old pajama party. All right, go back to class here. So hashtag free Ross. Ross Albright was convicted of. Maybe some of you have heard of him. He started a website called the Silk Road, which was a distribution site similar to eBay or Amazon for illegal drugs. And he got caught and with his open laptop, Ross did, and he was sentenced to like life in prison in a maximum security prison, even though it wasn't a violent crime. Like an outrageous, absurd sentence. And the reason he was sentenced so harshly is because the mob, like half of the people on this case were kicked out of the FBI. The mob wants to do everything they can to keep power and keep drugs illegal. Why is marijuana still illegal? Because there's a lot of people that make money off of it being illegal, including prosecutors, including the judicial branch. But a lot of illegal drug smugglers want drugs to be illegal, and the last thing they want is a website where people can just go anytime and order any drugs they want for without having to deal with the illegal aspect of buying them on a street corner or going to a dark alley and risking your life. You know, you can buy them securely and safely, which, you know, is the very best for the responsible consumer. So he got a really bad deal, Ross did. And he was sentenced to an absurd amount of prison time. And it's funny how a small world it is, because the same fucking hack journalist that worked for the New Yorker, that wrote the New Yorker article about that shitty guy that I'm not going to mention, that I mentioned earlier in the class, that same journalist was the same journalist that wrote about my friend Ross that, you know, got him to admit all this shit and got him in a lot of trouble. And so I won't mention any of them. But as far as the executive branch goes, the president has the power of pardon. So he has the power of veto over the legislative branch, but the president also has the power of pardon. And I think Obama was, if I'm not mistaken, he pardoned like a bunch of murderers and stuff. I mean, if I'm not mistaken. So the president, the commander-in-chief, he has the most checks and balances. One way of checks and balances, he has the veto over anything that Congress, the legislative branch, passes. And then the president also has the checks and balance over the judicial branch, because even if they sentence somebody to a long prison sentence, no matter what the crime is, even if it's murder, he can always pardon them if it's a federal crime. Granted, there are states with state laws, and so if somebody's convicted of a state crime, then the president does not have that authority to pardon any state crime. So, any questions? Governors also do have veto power and pardon power. Drink of water here.
He's at Sunshine. That's in the video on just a bill.
Okay. Now we're gonna play the video. Schoolhouse Rock. How a law becomes a bill.
He's at Sunshine.
Just a bill.
Woo, you sure gotta climb a lot of steps to get to this Capitol building here in Washington. Well, I wonder who that sad little scrap of paper is.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, it's a long, long journey to the capital city. It's a long, long wait while I'm sitting in committee, but I know I'll be a law someday. At least I hope and pray that I will, but today I am still just a bill.
Gee, Bill, you certainly have a lot of patience and courage.
Well, I got this far. When I started, I wasn't even a bill. I was just an idea. Some folks back home decided they wanted a law passed, so they called their local congressman, and he said, "You're right, there ought to be a law." Then he sat down and wrote me out and introduced me to Congress, and I became a bill. And I'll remain a bill until they decide to make me a law. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And I got as far as Capitol Hill. Well, now I'm stuck in committee, and I'll sit here and wait while a few key congressmen discuss and debate whether they should let me be a law. I hope and pray that they will, but today I am still just a bill.
Listen to those congressmen arguing. Is all that discussion and debate about you?
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones. Most bills never even get this far. I hope they decide to report on me favorably, otherwise I may die.
Die?
Yeah, die in committee. Oh, but it looks like I'm going to live. Now I go to the House of Representatives and they vote on me.
If they vote yes, what happens?
Then I go to the Senate and the whole thing starts all over again.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And if they vote for me on Capitol Hill, well, then I'm off to the White House where I'll wait in a line with a lot of other bills for the president to sign. And if he signs me, then I'll be a law. I hope and pray that he will. But today I am still just a bill.
You mean even if the whole Congress says you should be a law, the president can still say no?
Yes, that's called a veto. If the president vetoes me, I have to go back to Congress and they vote on me again, and by that time you're so
By
old.
that time, it's very unlikely that you become a law. It's not easy to become a law, is it?
No, but I hope and pray that I will. But today I am still just a bill.
Besides you, Bill, now you're a law.
Oh, yes.
Alright, so that was Schoolhouse Rock, How a Bill Becomes a Law. Okay, I think there's one more thing. One more Schoolhouse Rock I liked. It has to do with checks and balances. So there's one more Schoolhouse
Peter
Rock.
Sayama, the bill is voiced by the sheriff for Pelosi settles.
Last, the three-ring government.
I'll take questions at the end.
Gonna have a three-ring circus someday. People will say it's a fine one, son. Gonna have a three-ring circus someday. People will come from miles around. Lions,
questions, you can call the call-in line.
Divided in three like a circus. Ring one executive, two is legislative, that's Congress. Ring three judiciary, see it's kinda like my circus. Step right up and visit ring number one. The show's just begun, meet the president. I am here to see that the laws get done. The ringmaster of the government. On with the show! Hurry, hurry, hurry to ring number two. See what they do in the Congress. Passing laws and juggling bills. Oh, it's quite a thrill in the
Hey, Dog Gangster, call it. Make sure you get credit for
Focus your attention on ring number three. The judiciary's in the spotlight. The
Dog
courts
Gangster,
make the
thank you,
laws
shut
and they tame the crimes, balancing the wrongs with your rights.